Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? Babe, just for you. Look who's in the house. Mr. Softy's in the house. Mr. Softy's in the house. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to episode number 1174. That's right, episode number 1174 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live today from Red Morton Park because the sun's going to be setting any minute now. Time is of the essence. Today is day 6 of the GNA Positivity Challenge. Yeah, you're here first, babe. Hey, babe, welcome to the show. Respectfully, maturely, professionally. Okay. Somebody new is here. Let's see if they're legit or not. It's okay. We'll see. Today's day 6. Hey, ODN. Day 6 of the GNA Positivity Challenge. And today we're going to be talking about let your silence speak. Let your silence speak. This is a critical topic here that I want to make sure everyone understands clearly what it means and how to apply it to many different situations that can simply just speak for themselves, right? Sometimes you don't even have to say a word, and that speaks mountains compared to opening up your big trap, right? Your big mouth, right? Because we've all had a big mouth in the past, right? I've even had a big mouth. I can admit that. Hey, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes all the damn time. But I try to learn from my mistakes and then learn to zip it and let that, in essence, speak for itself. Hello, Don and Eli. Hey, Jackie, how are you doing? Welcome back. ODN says, hi, Don. I've got to tell you, silence speaks mountains, right? Especially when you're on the internet, especially when nowadays we're living in a world of where constant outrage and outrageous types of replies and back and forths amongst creators just fuels a world of caca, poo-poo, right? And I've never been about fueling the outrage, right? I've always been about dismantling the outrage, right? I've been about cooling off the outrage. I've been about putting out the fire instead of pouring more fuel on the fire, right? Because I'll tell you, between stuff I've seen out here on YouTube and other social media sites over the last several years in being an active creator, right? And then seeing what's going on with our government and politics and how that outrage cycle is just out of control nowadays, right? Especially with Trump in office. In my opinion, Trump is the king of outrage. He's the king of manufactured outrage, in my opinion. That's my opinion, right? That is my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion, right? Right? That's protected speech, right? Sharing my opinion that I think Donald Trump is the king of social media outrage. I am not defaming Donald's character by saying he is, in my opinion, the king of outrage, because there's plenty of proof to show his outrageous behavior on the internet, right? Especially YouTube or Truth Social, which is his site, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Here we go again. Some things never change. I'll tell you that. Some things never change, and some things just speak for themselves, right? Some things just speak for themselves, right? Let your silence speak. Let your silence speak for you, because I'll tell you what, your silence is more likely to get you further with anyone you may think is an opponent, or anyone that may be an opponent of yours regarding any situation in life, right? Your silence will speak mountains, right? Yep, here we go again. Here we go again. Now, you want to come with the soccer counts? You want to come load them up. You recalibrated your Google accounts, right? So start firing your shots, right? I'm asking you, go ahead, because this is just for example purposes, right? This goes to further prove that silence speaks, right? Because you need to come here and bot my channel and then make fake comments in the chat trying to tear me down or tear my audience down or try to distract the show. And what you really want is my attention. My silence is destroying you. It is. It is, right? My silence is destroying you, right? So I just tell you what, Mr. Botter, I'm going to take that letter that you sent my girlfriend many months ago, or I think it was like last year, and you put your wife's name on it, and we'll file a lawsuit on you for harassment and more, right? And then what we will do is we'll subpoena your wife and ask her under penalty of perjury, did she write this letter or did you act on your wife's behalf without her knowledge, right? You wanna play this out? You want my attention so badly because my silence speaks mountains, right? My silence speaks mountains, right? You're going to be next. How you doing, GLM? Welcome to the show. Your good buddy from your good buddy is botting again. The guy that you think is a reasonable, decent dude, right? And that's fine. He's going to probably end up in court with me too, civilly. There's an account named, I can't, it's Chilia something. It says GLM with the purple heart, right? No, he's not working on himself. He's a miserable person. He's miserable, and he comes out here on YouTube and projects his misery onto people like you, and people like me, and people in general. He likes to live view bot everyone because he's bored and lonely and miserable all day at his home, right? And then he likes to have soccer accounts come in here. The botting is getting ridiculous at this point, of course. Of course, that's why he's going to get sued next. Yep, he's going to get sued. Yep. I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking, man. I've got other things in progress, and those are going to be handled. and then you're going to be next, right? In the meantime, I'm probably going to file for a temporary protective order on you, right? Or I'll have my girlfriend do that. Both of us will do that because of the harassing letter that you sent to our house and tried to put a return address label of your wife's name, and your chicken scratch, you tried to make her writing, you try to make your writing look like hers, right? I'll tell you right now, I'll get a protective order on you in 2 seconds flat, or my girlfriend will, which will include me as well, based on the nasty things that you wrote. We'll file that. We'll file that, we'll show that letter, and you will have to testify under penalty of perjury that you wrote that. And if you said you didn't wrote, if you say you didn't write it, then you're going to be perjuring yourself, sir. Keep playing, dude. Keep playing, and you're going to be next. You're going to be in court next. Now, you want to come in here and take some shots? Do you want to come in here and troll? Go ahead. What happened to the words you were saying the other day? What happened to those words that you were saying the other day? Right? Do you stand by your words? I stand by mine. Sometimes I make mistakes, and that's okay. We all make mistakes, but I admit my mistakes. Silence speaks, right? Don't worry. I know it'd be hard to prove that you're botting. It'd be hard to prove that, your IP address, you're probably behind a VPN. You're doing whatever you can to protect yourself, right? Because you know you're guilty, and you want to make it difficult for us to trace the evidence, right? It's okay. There's more than enough already. That one letter that you wrote, my lady, with the nasty letter you wrote. Hey, we can actually have a forensic specialist, take that handwriting sample and compare it to yours, right? You want to go that route? How far do you want to go? How far do you want to go? Because I'm serious. We will be in court. And I don't just say I'm going to go to court with people and then not do it. Obviously, when I say I'm going to court, I'm going to court. And you're going to be next on my docket. Serious. You can laugh all you want, right? And I'll subpoena your wife. I'll subpoena your wife to testify under penalty of perjury that she didn't write that letter and had no knowledge of it, right? How far do you want to go? How far do you want to push this, right? Enough is enough, man. I'm about to send you a cease and desist by mail, certified mail. You may be getting that very soon. And once I send that to you, if you do this one more time, then we're filing. And I'm not playing. I don't play around like these other drama groups do where they say, oh, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you, and then nothing ever happens, right? It's a back and forth. No, I'm serious. What do you have to say for yourself? Why don't you come and talk? Are you afraid to come and troll right now? Right? Are you out of words? You have nothing to say? I got plenty to say. But I'm only going to say what's necessary. I'm not going to overreact like you, right? You see, here's the funny thing, right? You've got these grown men on YouTube in their 40s, right? Grown men in their 40s desperately seeking attention by live view-botting people and then coming in and trolling people and making up stuff and trying to make it appear like, oh, yes, we've got this and we've got that and you did this and you did that and blah, 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 blah. Where's your proof? There's no proof, right? You got nothing. What you've got are your hands, not even your mouth. You can't even use your mouth to confront people on these things. You have to hide behind the computer and your keyboard, right? It makes you feel good, doesn't it? Right? It makes you feel good because you're miserable where you're at. Rather than working on your marriage or whatever's bothering you, it makes you feel good to play childish games on the internet at age 45, 46, however old you are, right? See, I'm a part of your therapy. I'm a part of your recovery. I'm a part of all of your recoveries. All the people that troll me and have come at me over the years. I am your therapy. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a psychologist, but coming at me and watching me is like your therapy. Free of charge, right? And you want to come and say that I don't help people. I'm helping you directly or indirectly. I'm helping you. I'm helping you because you're miserable and your trolling of me makes you feel better about yourself and masks the pain of the underlying issue you're going through that you don't want to address, right? In this case, probably issues you have with your wife or whatever, right? Right? I'm helping you. I'm absolutely helping you. And you know it, right? So I want you to come here, and I want you to troll me, and I want you to chat in the chat and talk your nonsense and show me and prove to me that you need my help, and I'm helping you, right? Are you too chicken, too afraid to talk right now? Are you? You're here to help, or you're here for my help. You're not asking for it, but you're showing misery and unhappiness, right? You're coming here projecting that onto me. In essence, you're begging me for my help without saying it. And I'm saying, okay, I'm willing to help you. So come on in here on one of your multiple accounts. We know who you are. And let's talk. Let's figure this out. Let's see how we can better help you overcome your struggles of how you see yourself, right? Of how you feel about your life, right? About your misery, right? And how you have choices, but you're choosing to stay stuck in misery rather than doing something about it, right? Right? As soon as you stop talking about him, he will come back and he's trying to derail you. Oh, no, I know what he's doing. He's doing the opposite of what I'm telling him to do, right? That's his game. I could care less whether he comes here or not. What I'm saying is if he comes here, then, yeah, we can help him. And we are helping him. If he doesn't come here, it's showing to us that, hey, he's doing the opposite of what we're saying, which speaks for itself, right? Silence speaks for itself, ODN. That's the topic of the show today. Silence speaks for itself, right? Either way, no matter what he does, right, forces him to accept responsibility of how he's feeling, right? He can come here and keep trolling and showing he's projecting, or he can stay silent and basically tell us silently that, hey, we're right, we've gotten to him, we've called him out, and he's ashamed of himself. Right? Correct. Silence speaks for itself. It does. It absolutely does, broski. But here's the thing. I can't do a show and teach people how silence speaks for itself without giving examples. So I can't stay silent during my own show about the topic of silence speaks. I got to give examples. Does that make sense, broski? let me make sure that it makes sense to the people in the audience, you know? You know what? I'll tell you, ODN, that's probably not even him. That's probably someone else pretending to be him. It's one of two people. There are only two people. There are only two people on this platform that are massively triggered by me just existing, right? And that is, he's one of them, and you know who the other person is. We don't have to talk about that, right? Right? You can keep coming back in here, sir, and yeah, I mean, I have a feeling it could be him too. It's one or the other. Right. You know, silence also speaks when your enemies all of a sudden are quiet, right? Silence speaks mountains when your enemies are quiet, right? And in other words, they're recalibrating, wondering, hey, what is the next thing I should do? I've messed up so badly. What is the next thing I should do? And if I do something again, how is that going to affect me? Silence speaks mountains on both sides. It goes both ways. Silence speaks mountains. It really, really does. Is that all you've got tonight? Is one sock account? That's all you got? You know, the guy that does the botting usually, he finds ways to bypass. He finds ways to have lots of accounts. So it's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably not him. It's probably the other guy, like you're saying, ODN. It's all good. It's all good. Silence speaks. If you're a good human being and you do things the right way and you follow, let's just call it, the proper procedures of life. Life has procedures, right? Right? Life has procedures, right? If you follow the proper procedures of life, there is nothing that can overturn that. There is nothing that can overturn the proper procedures of life. And when people are constantly procedurally improper in life, in the long run, it starts to show a pattern. In the long run, when people are procedurally improper in life, it starts to show a pattern, right? And then more and more and more people pick up on that procedurally improper pattern. And it has little, if any, bearing left at all. Little, if any, bearing left at all, right? Most of everything I've done in life is procedurally proper. I try to be as proper and decent of a human being as can be. The only times I may be a little bit off is when other people try to crawl under my skin intentionally. Especially when it's on the internet, such as YouTube, where people try to exploit myself and others for content, right? Right? When that happens, you got to do what you got to do. You try to minimize that. Silence even speaks there. Silence even speaks in that situation. And most of the time, your silence will just make most people go away. Mm-hmm. Mr. Sir, if this is the guy in the trailer park, right? If this is the trailer park guy, wait for things to update over the next few days, and then you can go and see the real story. And you know where to find the real story, sir. You know. Now, if you want to come out here for YouTube theatrics and try to get your audience to think something otherwise, you're absolutely correct, Odie. I'm fairly certain. Oh, it might be. It might be. It might be. And if it is, well, whatever. If it is, whatever. If it is, it just goes to show that, hey, he's very invested, right? If it is, yeah, I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I don't know. We can all have our opinions, right? Lap number 2. Yeah, because here's the thing. To whoever that is that's trolling, it's okay. We can have a conversation like reasonable people. I can be reasonable even with trolls, right? Let's talk with the trolls, okay? And let's be reasonable, or at least try to be reasonable. We'll be reasonable. You're going to see the complete opposite, because what you care about is audience theatrics, right? You care about what your audience thinks, not what is procedurally proper, right? Right? This is all about audience theatrics and audience preservation, right? And saving face, right? Okay? That's all it boils down to, right? And when you play your cards that way, and you cater more towards what you think your audience wants to try to save your face, compared to what the right thing is to do, then think whatever you want. But I'll tell you this, over the next few days, certain things will be updated and people can just go and look themselves, right? Still trying to put out the same story, right? This is the problem. Let's talk about the problem. I got people that are coming. I'm gonna come on the other side because my mother and her kids popped in over there. Give me just a second, okay? Give me a second. Okay. For some reason, there's Little League baseball practice in November. I don't know what it is about. I don't know if it's a winter league. I don't know if it's, All-Star game, or the playoffs in Little League baseball should be already done. I don't know if this is practicing for next year, but typically you're not going to see Little League baseball in November. And there were a bunch of kids practicing here at Kiwanis Field over there to my right. And they're all just leaving now. So you got all these moms coming in big ass SUVs. Oh, you think it's you don't think it's the trailer park man. You think it's the other person. Maybe, maybe not. Right? Yeah. The GNA is about teaching people responsibility, ODN. We teach people responsibility. The parking lot is open here again. Okay. My God. These cars are so big. Okay. I'll tell you, ODN, some people just never want to learn or accept responsibility. Jackie says he's triggered. Maybe so. Maybe so. I mean, I can tell you this. If I was in that position, I'd be really triggered myself. I would be. I'd be really triggered. I'd be super triggered. It's okay. I'll tell you what. We give people the opportunity to come here and vent in our chat because we know it's going to make you feel better. We know. Wow, this was closed off and it's back to being open again. Beautiful. Beautiful. They were using this to like store certain parts and certain materials. Yeah, you can come here and let it all out. Goose Fraba, like in the movie Angry Management with Jack Nicholson and Adam Sandler and Marissa Tomei, right? Do you remember that? Goose Fraba, right? You can come here and have your Goose Fraba moments, right? And that's okay. That's okay. You know, I think from this point on, you know, ODN and Dawn, my lovely lady Dawn, respectfully, maturely, professionally, and anyone else that's here, you know what? I think from this point on, we let the trolls come in at times, or maybe any time, and we help them get over whatever anxiety or depression or whatever reactive type of feeling they're going through at the moment, because they're here because they feel in a reactive, like they're in a reactive position over something that's happened, right? Right? And if that's the case, you know what? Come here, have your say, and we'll help you. And even if you think we're not helping you directly, maybe not, indirectly, we're helping you because we're allowing you to vent your frustrations and your feelings, right? Right? Give me a second. He needs a Serenity Now movement. What? So, like peace and serenity? Is that what you're talking about, ODN? Can you be more specific? A serenity moment, right? He's just showing how triggered he is. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably. Yeah, you know, ODN, some people use a tactic called wear them down to defeat, right? Like you do what you can to wear them down or wear them out and get them to fold, right? But see, this is the thing a lot of people don't know about me. I never fucking fold. I don't fold. And you just cannot wear me down. You can't. You can try to wear me down all you want, but it won't work, right? And that's the thing, right? And here's the thing. I'm here teaching a lesson today about silence speaks. That's why I'm talking about it. But once this show is done, phew, I'm going to go enjoy my night with my lady. We're going to have some dinner. We're going to watch Chicago PD. Right, babe? We're watching Chicago PD. The big dog Bochi says Chicago PID because he can't pronounce. He doesn't know what PD is, so he just says Chicago PID. and then whenever there's any violence or animals, then the big dog Bochi says, "Oh, I'm going to go bark at the TIV, the HUD TIV, the HDTV." Yeah, babe, are we watching Chicago PID tonight? I like that show. I like all the Dick Wolf shows. My lady's in charge of the TV at home. Yes, sir. I get the remote every now and then, but Dawn loves having both the remotes, the TV streaming remote and also the direct TV remote. You know, we will help anyone. And that's part of a new angle I'm going to start taking here at the GNA is that we're going to help trolls realize what they're doing and that when they come here and troll, they're in essence getting help from us, right? They're getting help from us. They come here to release and relieve their tension because they're feeling so triggered or just antsy and depressed and anxious, right? Antsy, anxious, same thing, right? That they just need to come here and vent, right? And that's what they feel they need to feel better, right? So we're going to allow them to do that. Then we're going to ban them. We're going to allow them to come here. We'll acknowledge them. We'll say, hey, thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you seeking out our help and accepting our help, but now it's time to let you go and focus on other things. We're going to help every single person that comes here, right? Troll or no troll. Troll or no troll, we're going to help everyone. Everyone here is going to get our help. Or our support, right? Even just temporarily. Even if you just need to vent. What character did he play? I met up with him and he's in my cross-country documentary. Frankie Eflin he played and Chicago PD. Oh wow. That's awesome. Well, you and your family, ODN, know a lot of people in the MPAA, right? The Motion Pictures Association. Of America. Now, the Motion Pictures Association of America, right? And you know why they used to call video, it is still called motion picture. You know why? Because you know what video is? It's just a bunch of frames, right? All video is a bunch of frames per second to make a motion. Like right now, this is 30 frames per second because you can't stream at 60 frames per second on YouTube mobile. But when I stream from the studio at home or do pre-record videos at home, I stream at 60 frames per second, which makes the picture smoother. It's basically like 60 flip books per second making the motion. But he was also the drummer for a famous band that was featured on the movie California with Brad Pitt. Oh, wow, interesting. If you get a chance, check out my cross-country documentary. He's in that documentary. He's in the documentary I put on my main channel. Oh, fantastic! The main ODN one, right? The at ODN, not the at ODN dot, which is where you're at here today. There's at ODN and at ODN dot. Cool. We'll check that out. Why in the world would the troll ask when you get a chance, change your settings to live chat? I always run live chat settings. Are you saying that you've been held for a review? What is the point? It's ODN TV. Oh, at ODN-TV. Okay. It's not a bad night. It's about 65, 64 degrees. I'm going to drop a little bit more by the time I'm done, lower 60s. But I think because the moon is out, it's taking a little bit longer for it to get completely pitch black. Plus, we got the lights out here, so we're pretty good. I gotta get out on my walk sooner. I've just really had a lot going on lately. Do you realize, sir, that Dawn is in a much better place? She's become stronger. And you saying things like that don't affect her anymore. They don't affect me. Right? You know, if anything, I think what you're so bothered by, let's just put it that way, I think what you're so bothered by is the fact that Dawn, oh, they're playing some Notorious Big in the background. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes your words just hypnotize me. Right? Anyway, I think, sir, you're bothered by the fact that Dawn has tremendously turned her life around for the better. She's happy. She's getting healthier each and every day. We're happy, right? And I think that really bothers you. I think it really bothers you, right? And you know what? Dawn and I, we're cool, and she understands the situation a lot better. And you know what? She's not blaming herself. You know, I'm not saying she doesn't take any of the blame. We all make mistakes, but she's not completely blaming herself for everything that's happened, right? She's done her part to turn things around, and I'm proud of her, right? And she's very happy, right? And she's realizing that, hey, she can't control what other people do. And that includes family, right? And whatever's meant to be will all happen in due time. And let me tell you something, Mr. Troll. Mr. Troll, whether you're in the trailer park or you're somewhere in palm tree land, okay? Regardless of who you are, it's irrelevant, right? Let me tell you something. The people that always behave in these ways, the people that are extremely entitled and live a life of entitlement, including cutting people off, and I'm not talking about anyone, and I'm not talking about anyone specifically. They will always have their day where they're going to need something from us, right? I'm not going to have a stupid conversation with trolls asking stupid questions, because your trolling technique is about twisting the words and saying the complete opposite of what I'm saying and trying to look at it from a negative place because you want the outrage. You see, you want to start a back and forth fight, argument, outrageous type of, conversation that you can exploit, right? And honestly, I'm not interested in that. I'm not here to argue you on your words. I'm not here to allow you to twist my words or the words of anyone else that is here to twist it and to try to get a reaction so you can use this for more outrageous content. I mean, hey, have your say, but it just doesn't mean anything, right? It doesn't mean anything. Your reverse manipulative tactics don't work on us over here, right? And yeah, Dawn is doing great. And let me tell you, Dawn has control over her life. I have control over my life. We're happy together. And Dawn has a lot of clarity. Correct me if I'm wrong, babe, if you're still around. You have a lot of clarity, and it's all good. And everything's going to eventually fall into place, right, babe? Everything will eventually fall into place. And you can come back and troll me at that time again when it falls back into place. It's all good, says respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Dawn. I invite you back to come troll me when it all does fall into place. And then I invite you back to say the complete opposite of what I'm saying or thinking or whatever, right? I invite you back to spin it way out of context because you want a reaction to keep the outrage going because that fuels your presence on YouTube, right? And that makes you feel like you've accomplished something, like you have some kind of a purpose of being the YouTube instigator, right? The YouTube instigator. You know what, sir? You're stuck on the past. We've moved on from the past. We can't control what's happened in the past, right? But you know what? If you want to continue projecting your misery onto me because you're unhappy at home, right? I more so believe it's the trailer park man, dude. I'm telling you, the other person would not go this far, right? I mean, honestly, if you want to spin this 6 ways to Sunday, I mean that's on you, right? But you know what? We love to help people. And we know we're helping you. We know we're helping you relieve your stress. We're helping you relieve your anxiety, relieve your misery, right? We are keeping you occupied, right? We are giving you the attention that you're not getting elsewhere because maybe you've lost that loving feeling. Now it's gone, gone, gone. Whoa, 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 right? Don't make me sing some Righteous Brothers to you. I'll tell you. Don't make me sing the Righteous Brothers because I'm not gonna ruin an amazing long-time classic like that. I won't do that. I won't. But you want to know something? I know I've helped you today. I've helped you today by allowing yourself to vent and take your mind off of the issues that upset you, that make you feel lonely and miserable, even in your own home. Because I'll tell you this, you can't convince me otherwise that you're happy and you have all the time in the world to troll people like this, because if you were happy, there's no way that any woman would be okay with you spending all this time on YouTube trolling people instead of spending time with her. Right? What kind of a family man does that make you? Right? So you disconnected from your family to troll people on YouTube, or maybe even troll me specifically. It's all good. I'm happy to help you. I'm helping you. Right? Doesn't mean that I'm giving you a free pass. We may still be going to court, but I'm still helping you. Still helping you, whether you realize it or not. Uh-huh. Yeah, it may be 9 p.m. Eastern time where you're at. It's 6 p.m. here. So obviously you're from the East Coast. Right? Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'm glad we could help you today. Folks, silence speaks mountains, right? Silence speaks for itself. And sometimes, you know, like today, I could have easily, that one didn't even hit the chat. Boy, you were using the block words, so you couldn't even get that one through. You got banned by a moderator. Thanks, babe. You got banned by a moderator before it even hit the chat. It was held for review. Mm-hmm. I could have ignored this today, but you want to know something? I turned it around in the way to where I'm saying, hey, look, why not just help the trolls out? Why not help them? Allow them to get it off their chest, right? I'll allow you to do that, then I'll take all the credit in the world for helping you. When at the same time, you're saying, not, oh, Eli helps no one, right? Oh, I'm helping you. And you know I am. That's why I'm even addressing you, because I know I'm helping you. And you want to know what? It makes me feel good to help people. Even people that are not open to the help technically like you, and that are here to just create issues, when the truth of the matter is you're just miserable. You need a distraction, and I'm providing that distraction for you, right? So I am helping you by providing you the distraction that you need to keep your mind off of what's making you miserable, right? That's all it boils down to. It's pretty simple, pretty cut and dry. All right, I'm going to wrap this up. I only did 2 quick laps today. I'll go to one of the other trails tomorrow. But I got to get home because Don and I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And so I want us to eat some dinner, watch some Chicago PD, and get to bed early. Have a great evening. Every day is a blessing. Use that to do good. Absolutely, babe. 57 minutes. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.